how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgiman and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to talk about My Dress Up Darling chapter 111. So what did I think about this week's chapter? To be completely honest with you guys, I love this week's chapter. I thought it was very sweet, very wholesome, and very laid back. It was just a very kind of chill kind of chapter. It wasn't too much high stakes. However, there was some stuff in this week's chapter that clarified some stuff that I had been speculating for a very long time. If you've been watching my older reviews on the series, there was a particular thing that I had, for many chapters now, I had been speculating that it was going to happen. And this week's chapter, it once again was clarified and it fully happened, and I was 100% with it. I loved it, and I was like, yeah, I knew it. A little tap in the back. I was like, I knew I was going to get it right. But before I go any further with this week's chapter, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my Dress Up Darling, as well as all my anime and manga content that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into this week's chapter. So this week's chapter starts off with a very shocking thing, which is Marin and Gojo seem to be telling their friend group that they're dating, and this is the big takeaway. This is something that I have been saying for a very long time when it came to this series and post-confession and all that. For the longest time, I had been saying, hey, once they do tell the friends, what's going to be the reaction? And the reaction went pretty much how I speculated would go, which was pretty much the friends being like, wait, you guys weren't dating already? And I loved it. I was like, yes. I was like, I knew this was going to happen. I knew for forever they were going to say something like that because, I gotten accustomed to Fukuda's writing. I'm not an expert, but I do like to think that I'm able to predict some stuff regarding somewhat of Fukuda's writing. And this was something that I had already known, or in the back of my mind, I knew that it was going to happen, and it was still great seeing it, and it was just fun because all of the friends were like, well, I thought you were dating already. And, Gojo and Marin were like, was it that obvious? And he's like, yeah, dude, you guys suck. You guys were terrible at keeping it secret. And we see that do some clarification also by Noah. She actually thought they were already dating back then with the Halloween party where when they're singing karaoke, and she's like, are you guys dating? Why not? Because she genuinely thought they were dating back then. And yeah, it was just pretty funny seeing all of the cast of characters being like, wow, you guys were dating. And even Gojo's thinking, because Marin's like, yeah, I guess it was just so natural that we fell in love with each other, huh? And you see Gojo's like, everybody thought that we were dating already, even Grandpa. Was it really that obvious? And it's just funny. And I love seeing Marin just bubbly and all happy. She gets her mans, and the friend group is all about supportive. They're all just very happy about it, and they're just like, hey, glad you guys are dating. I'm still surprised you guys took this long to date. And all the friend groups are just great, man. It was very fun seeing them all, just vibing and having a blast. And you see that pretty much Gojo's buddies, they're like, hey, man, class is we're gonna be second year soon, huh? Like, the school year is about to begin. Like, that's crazy. He's like, yeah, but classes might be changing for us. Like, we might not have the same class no more. And then you're like, oh no, is this what it means? Are they gonna be going separate ways? But in typical Fukuda fashion, she just breaks our ankles. She's just like, nah. And the guy just clarifies, the Morita, I believe that's the guy's name, the friend. He clarifies like, oh, but that's not our school. Our school doesn't change class. Like, the class doesn't change even in the grade years, so we're good. And they're like, yeah, what a relief. It's like, yeah, we're gonna be best friends forever, everybody. And it's like, man, they're just vibing. This is just a wholesome scenario they're in. They're just gonna be having the best time of their lives, and sophomores in high school, and it's just gonna be fun. And I can't wait to see what hijinks they're gonna get into later on, and once the second school year starts. But talking about the second school year, when it starts, they're talking about a field trip. It's like, yeah, I can't wait to travel with you guys. It's gonna be very fun. And there's a panel where Gojo's like, hey, I'm just very grateful about meeting all of you guys and being friends with all of you guys, because I never would have thought that I would have so many friends like you guys. And it was just very wholesome. It was something that Gojo has grown so much. If you show me Gojo from chapter 1 to chapter 111, it's a complete 180, and it's still beautiful seeing a character that started with pretty much being an outcast and a loner, eventually grow out of it thanks to Marin and all the experiences they both accumulated throughout the story, and just seeing how far he's gotten up to this point where he has a large group of friends that he can rely on, and they're there for him. And it was just very sweet, very wholesome. And pretty much the chapter continues is that, okay, they're at this restaurant, and they're like, okay, let's order some food. And everybody's like, okay, we're gonna eat this and that. And Marin's like, wait a minute, guys, what are you guys doing? It's an all you can eat, but you can get might as well just eat that. Might as well get the all you can eat, so you can just bowl out and just eat as much as you want. Which, by the way, Marin, that's based, because I do that every single time as well. But all the friends start judging her. They're like, hey, you're gonna get fat if you keep doing that. It's like, no, let her eat, man. Let her cook, let her eat. And from personal experience, every time I go to an all-you-can-eat place, I'm getting the all-you-can-eat. All right, I got a big stomach, I can eat it all. I might be slim, I might be in good shape and all that, but my stomach, built different, guys. Trust me, I can devour a lot. Every time I go to all-you-can-eat, people are like, oh, you're still eating? Like every time I'm around with guests, it's embarrassing, but I love it. I'm not gonna stop eating. Marin, you're my spirit animal. All right. But as they're doing that, they're like trying to figure out what to do later in the night or in the afternoon, whatever. And they're like, oh, let's go karaoke. It's like, no, I can't, because so there's other one of them has to go to their part-time job. It's like, oh, let's do this. It's like, no. And eventually they settle down for bowling, and this is where you see everybody get their bowling on. They get the bowling ball and all that. And Fukuda blesses us with one of the cutest panels in the series, and this will be the thumbnail of my review, which will be Marin's new cosplay confirmed. Which, I mean, it kind of is, right? I mean, she's cosplaying a cone pine, like a pin or whatever. So, I mean, who am I to say, right? Is this considered a cosplay, guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. Is she cosplaying a bowling pin? Whatever you guys think, let me know. But this panel was beautiful. I thought it was very cute. I just love seeing it every time like a chibi Marin appearance shows up, and this one was chef's kiss. I thought it was very, very cute, very wholesome. It made my heart grow 3 sizes. Okay. But what we see is pretty much everybody's playing their bowling, and you see the friends they're doing pretty well, and then Gojo misses, like, oh man, I can't believe I missed. And he's like, what? And Marin's like, no, it's okay, it's probably the sensors. And I was like, Marin, you shouldn't be saying that. And we see that pretty much how the chapter starts nearing its end is where one of the friends, Morikima, I believe that's his name, the tough guy that he secretly watches like all these dramas with his little sister. I believe that's his name, Morikima. We see that he's talking to Gojo, and this guy gets a strike, because I guess this guy's been in a role. My man's been killing it. And we see that he gets a strike, and then Gojo's like, oh my god, you're so amazing, dude. That's awesome. And we see that he's like, oh, no problem, like, thank you, Gojo. And he's like, he's risen his king up, like bros. I sense a lot of hominess between these two, a lot of bromance. And I think Marin might be a little jealous, because she even jumps in and is like, hey, don't talk to Gojo like that, okay? That is not allowed. And it's like, dang, is Marin gonna have some competition in the next following chapters? Who knows? Stay tuned. But how the chapter ends up is we see the guy with the glasses. I forget his name. It's the guy that he has a big crush on Akira. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below, because I forget this guy's name. He hasn't showed up in a while. I know who he is, but I just forget the names, especially because they didn't even say his name in this chapter. But we see that he's like, okay, watch, guys. He does the anime like glasses lifting up. It's like, I'm about to demolish you guys. And everybody's like, oh my god, he gets so annoying, even though he sucks. Even though he's not even doing that great, he's bragging and making it seem like he's gonna actually be good. And they just kind of roasted him, and pretty much that's how the chapter is. We see that it was very lighthearted, and it was just like hijinks, a bunch of like high schoolers just having hijinks, going out to bowling, having fun. And it was nice just finally seeing Gojo and Marin finally as boyfriend and girlfriend interacting with their friend group, and seeing the friend group interacting with them now that they're a couple, and nothing's changed. Like they're both like, I mean, everybody thought they were dating already, to be honest. They already thought they were dating. They just thought that they weren't going public with it. But it's nice to see that they finally like let it out, and pretty much they just had fun, keep being friends, just having a great time bowling, and Marin wearing that bowling outfit because she didn't feel like playing bowling. But yeah, I can't get over that panel. It's so cute, dude. It's so adorable. Like, look at that panel. It's so cute. But yeah, this chapter was just very lighthearted, and sadly we won't get a chapter until December 20th in Japan, but to us it'll be like December 19th. I'll make sure to upload the chapter review when the chapter comes out a month from now. But I mean, we won't have My Dress Up Darling for a month, but hey, Fukuda, get your rest. You've been cooking. Hopefully you come soon, stronger than ever, But with all that being said, what did you guys think about this week's chapter? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think it was alright? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more My Dress Up Darling, as well as more anime and manga content in the near future. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.